Well, howdy. Welcome back to RC Restomod. Today I'm going to do something I haven't ever done before. We're going to do an unboxing because what I have here is a brand new RC. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sponsored by anybody yet, and I'm not getting freebies. I had to pay for this one out of my own pocket, but it's something that you may be surprised by what it is. Matter of fact, if you want to take a guess down in the comments before you watch, it'll be on the honor system. But let me know what you think it's going to be, and then we'll see if you're right once the box opens up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're going to have hopefully have a lot of fun here today and get to see what this thing's capable of. I'll tell you right now, it says made in China for a reason. And it was sold by people in China. This is a TEMU RC. And without further ado, I'll open it up and show you what's inside. Oh. Yeah. When I turn this box over, it's going to give it away. It is an adventure ready-to-run catamaran boat. It's supposed to go 30 kilometers an hour, which I've been told is pretty fast on water, but I have nothing to judge that by. Kind of looked a little bigger on the internet. We'll see what it actually looks like when it comes out of the box here. There's the one box. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we've got a controller and all the buttons are kind of where you'd expect them to be, but I'm going to be honest with you, this thing feels cheap. It looks cheap, feels cheap. Hopefully the boat is better than the controller, because honestly, that's pretty lame. Oh, we've got a little stand to put the boat on. I was kind of concerned with how I was going to store it. Now I know. Looks pretty simple. It's actually fairly sturdy. I'm kind of happy with that, actually. And we got this little box that's slid in. Kind of clever packaging. I'll give them that. I'm thinking this is going to be batteries for that controller, but I could be wrong. I think it's controllers for that and the boat, or batteries for the boat. I think that may be the battery for the boat, and if so, I've got big doubts about 30 I've got doubts about it being high speed. 1800 milliamp 2S. And it came with one of these crappy little USB chargers who, I hate these things. They take forever to charge even a little bitty battery like that. But this big old boat's got the same, basically same battery as my Mini T. I feel like I may have wasted $118. But I'm going to be optimistic that it's going to be a good, fun thing to have. Well, put it on its stand there. And that right there is supposed to be a sensor so that if you have it outside the water, it turns itself off. But there she is. There's the Adventure Catamaran in red. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there's a little hole right there. And then I have to maneuver the... Guys, I hate to put anything down too early, but the reds don't even match. The little engine cover here, first off, I can't get it to... I bet I can just break something. Can't even really get it to settle back down in like it's to fit right. There we go. But it's a completely different color red than this is. It's like not too impressive so far. Let me pull out the back. The electronics look pretty simple. We've got a motor that's direct driving a drive shaft that goes straight out to the propeller. Got a little bitty steering, little micro servo that moves the rudder back and forth. Yeah. That's our power lead. So I'm going to guess that we have basically no amps coming out of this ESC. We're going to test it, but I'm not very hopeful. I think I may have, like I said, I think maybe I could have spent my $118 on something much, much better. But I'd been wanting a boat, and I wasn't finding any deals on used ones, and new ones are very expensive, so I thought I'd give it a shot. But pretty underwhelmed right now. We'll just have to wait and see. I did have a neat idea where I was going to peel off these cheesy stickers and put my own logo in, kind of arrayed like the ones on the Miss Budweiser boat from the, I guess, the 90s. You got to check that thing out. The Miss Budweiser hydroplane was pretty dang cool. But this one's going to have to prove to me that it's cool before it gets cool stickers. Okay, that's got a magnet that goes there to hold it down. I'll go ahead and plug it in. I don't have batteries for the controller, so we're not going to turn it on. I just want to see if the top will actually fit with the bearing, with the battery installed. There's no battery strap or anything. It's just Velcro that came on the battery. Hope the Velcro stuck down better than their ID sticker because it's peeling off. Okay. The little pin in front doesn't want to stay deployed. Okay, it's out. This is bowed a little too much. It's not really good plastic. Like I say, my expectations are very, very low at this point. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna meet up with some buddies and we'll put her out in the water, and then hopefully I don't go swimming right off the bat to go get it after it. I don't know if it craps out as fast as I'm afraid it might. I'll just leave it in the dang water. Okay guys, today we're at Lake Nasworthy. It's a small lake just outside San Angelo, and we've got some boats we're going to put out in the water, including the little cheap Chinese one that I bought. Let's start with the preview of John King's monstrosity here. John, do you know what brand this thing is?
Hold on, I can tell you. It is a TFL.
It is a TFL boat. It's pretty damn cool looking, honestly. And it's big. What is that, 4 feet? Not quite?
34 inches.
34 inches, 3 feet. It's a big boat.
That's what it is there.
All right. Now let's go over and get a look at these other two guys. And Noel's got the full package going on here. He's got his Chevy truck pulling a big old, what is that, M41? Yeah.
Yes sir, M41.
Big old M41 Traxxas on a custom on a Traxxas trailer. That's wonderfully ridiculous is what that is. And then Josh Allen, aka Farva, brought his M41. And then he's got a Blast on a trailer, and then we have our little piece of cheap Chinesium over here. The Traxxas Blast is probably the best comparison because it's not much more expensive than the TEMU one. It's being towed by a TRX4 Blazer, and then we've got the Blast on the trailer. It's really going to be a good comparison to see the Blast versus the hung long on it or whatever. That's quite the boat ramp there. All right, guys, we had all kinds of equipment issues out here. Josh's Traxxas Blast, the motor decided to try to seize up on it. He barely got it out of the water. Noel's M47, M41, M47. Anyway, his M47 had a power coupling issue. We got 2 pairs of pliers and we couldn't unplug his battery, and it burned through the negative power wire. John's boat had an issue that he was able to fix on scene. It wasn't anywhere near as bad. Mine took on water and started making a weird noise. I haven't had a chance to figure out what it was yet. And my GoPro, the footage is kind of terrible, and then it turned itself off, and we missed almost all the time that our little TEMU boat spit in the water. So I got it. I thought the battery was dead, but we got a little bit of footage in here. Anyway, rough day equipment wise, but good day boat wise. The boat exceeded my expectations, but we're gonna make it better.
I think I'm going to put a cheap brushless system in there. Maybe we'll get on plane. There it goes, planed out. I bet the thing's tightened up. Tightened up. We'll haul that one for us.
Mine needs more battery because it slows down when the servo kicks in.
Don't have enough output on that battery.
It's only got 1800 milliamps.
Well, that's not going to affect the output on the battery. That's just the longevity.
Yeah,
So
but
burst rate is what you're looking at.
and they only put it's got like probably 16 gauge wire coming off of the,
So it's a tiny battery.
yeah.
Part of me kind of wishes I hadn't killed the battery on my boat. Hey, it's water and I can see it. Spark wire outside to it. I didn't look. Watch when I come back behind this side. The water that's going through the ESC and shit is sparking out the side of the boat. Exactly. Oh yeah, you see it. Yep. I think that's what we need to check and see if noise is doing it. But it wasn't hot, so I don't. What's the motor battery?
Okay guys, so we took the boat out today and put it in the water. It ran around much better than I expected actually. It was competent, wasn't fast, was competent. Had two little problems. One was a lack of power, and two is right in here is a little water jacket. And the idea is that high pressure water gets pushed into this tube by your prop, and it goes up through this tube, down through here, around this water jacket, and out the side of the boat to cool this motor. However, it's not sealed against the motor, and there was air coming out here, so the motor got pretty hot pretty quick. I'd have to stop it and let it cool off. And then, okay, the other problem I had happened in transit, and I broke the rudder. I don't think I'm going to try to find a new piece to go, or try to order a replacement. I think I'm going to try to find a way to repair it. It broke in a pretty jagged fashion, so I'll probably just start out with some super glue, and really no more pressure than that gets on it. I think if I'm just more careful with it in transport in the future, that'll probably hold up for a very long time. So that's going to be my plan. I think we're going to replace the combo ESC receiver and the motor with a cheap brushless setup off of Amazon. And the reason I'm doing that is because I already own this boat. But if I did not already own this boat, I wouldn't have if I had known for sure what it was going to be like, I would not have bought it. So that's what I'm telling you, is avoid this. For another $40, for about time and a half the money, you can get a Traxxas Blast. And if you did something like broke your rudder control, you can just get another one from Traxxas in a timely manner. That's not an option on a Chinese boat. The electronics are unmarked, cheap, terrible. The controller is junk. So my recommendation is take a pass on TEMU boats. But since I already have it, we're going to make it good. We're going to replace this with probably a hobby wing receiver, an ESC and motor that are the cheap Amazon stuff. They'll be brushless and much more powerful, and it'll be fun to put in the water. We're just going to make the best of it since I already have it. And when I do that, you're going to see it all on RC Restomod.